It's time to get sweaty, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is. His hair is luscious.
I wish I had it, to be sure.
All right, as I was. Welcome back to our conclusion of our Never Going Home mission. I'm here with my boys. We're gonna just do a quick introduction. Let us know, who you are and what character you're playing, and what do you think we should play next, guys? All right, Charles, you're the box right next to me, so you go first.
All right. What up, everybody? This is Charles. I play Private Isaiah Gross. And, I don't really know what to play next.
Well, I know what you're going to play next. You're running.
I know what I'm going to play. I know what I'm running, yes.
So, for those in the know, Charles is going to run Domain of the Nameless God, coming up soon as our next show. And he'll be running it.
Yes.
We got a couple of familiar faces you'll see. You'll see me. You might
Are
see
we recording that too?
Yes, that would be recorded as well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right, yeah, we already know. That's the. Anything else, Charles? But what do you think that if we get together and we play again, what do you think we should play? If I'm running it.
I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, man. I don't know what we should play. I think we might as well. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said,
you're new to this whole thing. All you know is
I'm
Dungeons and Dragons.
New. So, like, I'm excited to play whatever.
Charles is down to play whatever.
Yeah, I am listening to play a little bit of Call of Cthulhu. I've been interested in that as well. So I'll be pretty, stoked to play Call of Cthulhu. So
He is DTP, as it were.
DTP. All right. Brendan, reintroduce yourself.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name's Brendan. I'm playing as Sergeant David Voorhees. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I've also got some DM experience running a couple campaigns on the side. As far as what we should play next, I'm kind of in the same boat as Charles. I'm down to really play whatever. I would really be interested, because I like the way you run your games, Greg. I'd really be interested to get involved in whatever other projects you got going on.
Thank you. DTP, down to play whatever. Okay, thanks. John, what about you?
I am John. I play Corporal William McDowell. I am thinking about this game that I played a while back with some friends back home. It's like a DC Universe type game. You can play any type of DC character, and usually there's like a lot of like core modules you can play out of. The last time I played, it was kind of like a Gotham Knights scenario where I was playing Red Hood and one of my friends was playing Dick Grayson's Nightwing. It was a very fun, like, post-Batman era situation. So I wouldn't mind forwarding you a link to that, so maybe you can check that out.
That's different. I don't think we've ever played anything like that before. Okay, yeah, I'll consider it. I'm going to take a break from DMing for a little bit. Like, it's been tough. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm sick right now. Like, you can't tell, but I am sweating. I have had a fever for 3 days. It's been on and off. So I'm hanging in there. Show must go on. I'm gonna suck it up, and we're just gonna power through.
Are you back home yet?
Oh yeah, I'm home. Yeah, totally.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
sweet.
UK was awesome. I got some funny stories. Cody, what about you?
Yeah, I'm Cody. I'm playing Alexander Bex. And right now, I'm trying to figure out how to basically write a homebrew for a D&D style game where you're escaped dungeon monsters. And you level up through that way. You have you start off as a rat, you upgrade to a giant rat, and then a were-rat, or a ghost, get leveled up to a banshee. I'm just trying to figure out how I would make that work. I think it'd be interesting though. So
Like
instead,
a
you're
reverse
basically dungeon monsters fighting everything because you're monsters. You gotta try to. I think it'd be pretty cool just to try
Yeah,
to
that's different. Yeah.
take it and blend in with society. Like, you're monsters, and you're trying to find different ways to blend in.
Is that something when you finish you might want to record?
I mean, I would record it. It's just like I have no idea where to start with it. It's just a concept.
Concept.
Just concept. I don't even know how to start that.
That sounds really entertaining. Like, can you imagine like two skeletons like gossiping around a water cooler and they hear like an alarm trip and it's like, oh, time to pick up my helmet and sword and shield.
I think a mimic would be better. Like, you're a mimic and you go into town and you just sit in a tavern and now you're like a chair and no one knows why the house cat keeps disappearing. You know what I mean? Crap like that.
So it's kind of like The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, where you can just
Such a good movie. Ooh.
But honestly, if we were gonna replay a game together, I'd like to play the longer version of this game.
Okay.
Because I know we're playing just the one-shot, quick version of it all, which is fine. I think I would just rather play the actual long version of it and see how far the story can really go.
You want a deeper campaign, like an actual like story to play through.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anybody interested in modern stuff, modern horror, like this kind of theme and this kind of theme of like cosmic horror and more gritty, but set in like a modern times?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like a Dead Space in the night, or in like 2023 type deal.
Dude, doing a Dead Space version of this would be fantastic. I was gonna say some awful bullshit, but I caught
That's a
myself.
really good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know.
Had to catch myself. I forgot we were recording for a second.
It felt good flying out of my mouth. It really did.
All right, guys, let's dive right back in. I'm gonna fade this music out.
Let's get to it.
We fade to black. Sounds of rapid, moving boots across broken cobblestone and muddy streets of the French village of Sedan. Fade in. Never Going Home by wetinkgames. Presented by Rolltop Realms. We fade in. Private Vex has just pulled Sergeant Voorhees, shouting, "Take cover, sir," pulling the sergeant and himself into cover behind the ruins of a destroyed home. The camera focuses in on Sergeant Voorhees. He's bracing the barrel of his rifle in the nook of a fallen stone wall. He's readying himself to fire. So you're about to fire on these two severely mutated German soldiers, their bodies barely looking humanoid. The lower jaws is gone and long tendrils just hanging down, dripping with green ichor. And you had said you were going to take a shot at this guy. So let's look at... So Sergeant Voorhees or Brendan, you got your character sheet there. You are trained and ranged, and you have taken cover. So you're benefiting from your benefit of cover is going to make it harder for these enemies to make ranged attacks against you. But you've also been given covering fire from Corporal McDowell, who had laid down some suppressive fire. That's going to give you a +1 to your next attack roll, or for your next roll. So you're going to be hitting on 4s through 6.
Right. So based off of the skill, and I already have a dice allocated with 4 in guts, so I could roll up to 3 and have another dice left over. If I remember correctly. Okay.
That is correct. You can also burn some cards to add dice to it if you wanted.
Yeah, I might, because I take it these enemies, as you've described them, are definitely of a tougher stock. So I might want to ensure that I land at least 1 hit and make it easier for the rest of us. But I will start with rolling these 3 dice.
Okay.
So I've got a 6, a 4, and a 2.
6, a 4, and a 2. Okay, so the 6 and the 4 hit, but the 2 misses. So you're going to use that remaining point in guts to re-roll that 2 into possibly another hit.
Yes,
Okay, go for it.
that's a 6.
That is a 6. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats for a rifle. You've had... Ooh, you know what? Unfortunately, it is not strong enough to make any kind of difference. Your shot hits, it forces one of them's shoulder back, but it continues to slowly move towards the group. No damage.
No damage.
Who's going next?
So, as I'm taking this shot, was it Private Vex or was it Private Cross that was running across the street to take a firing position over there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it should be given to Private Cross, so he can at least finish his action of getting across the street and maybe figuring out what we're doing from there. Like, at least let him get to cover.
Private Cross, you've just seen Sergeant Voorhees from across the street in your position of cover. He's taken a shot at one of these mutated German soldiers. What's wrong here? Why? This isn't normal war. This isn't what you trained for. What the hell is going on here? You were fighting in the trenches weeks ago. Suddenly people are getting sick. You've seen things these days that just don't even make sense to you. You've seen your sergeant take a shot at this thing, and it just keeps lurching forward. And I forgot that there's also, you're hearing this, everybody who has taken corruption points also hears disconcerting number station playing in the background. Where the hell is that coming from? Is there a radio somewhere? You didn't hear it earlier. Private Cross, what do you do?
I'll go ahead and finish and run across the street and get in cover.
Okay, I believe you did that last recording. So from your position of cover, unless you're going to use your action to just take cover.
I'll actually I'll shot back across to Sergeant Voorhees. Should I take the shot? Because like his shot didn't work. So like I'm kind of like I'm stuck at the moment. I'll have my gun ready, but I'll definitely lean towards Sergeant and see what he says about it. Or should he want me to rush or what?
Well,
and your cards. Don't forget your cards. You can beef up your shot. You can spend cards to beef up your shot.
Right. You guys can spend cards. Cody's got 2.
Right now, you're looking. You have 1 dice in your pool and 3 points in guts. So you can add all 3 of those points to make 4 shots. You can, and then you can burn cards or spend a card to re-roll your dice in the same fashion as using the points that you have in your stats. It's totally up to you. I'm just laying out the options.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot.
Okay. With what stats? What are you gonna do? What's your dice pool you're building?
Right now, I got guts in 3, and I am skilled in range. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll 3. Can I use one of my cards to actually add a dice to that?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and place a card onto the journey, and then I will burn that for you.
All right. So I'm gonna roll 4 dice, and I'm gonna leave 1 reroll.
Before you roll, I'm gonna flip this card.
Gotcha.
Based on the suit, what part of you are you using to focus in and draw, some inner strength to boost this shot?
Right now, I guess it's just like it's action. Like I'm focusing it up. I just seen my sergeant take a shot, and this thing like just bited it. Like it didn't take, like nothing happened. So I'm actually kind of terrified, but I'm gonna focus, and it's just about action. I'm just gonna just do, not think. I shot it back over to Sergeant, didn't get a response, or I didn't hit a response. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna
You can't. There's no time to think. Just do.
just
So
do.
right now, the benefit of the assist action has already passed. That assist was going to Sergeant Voorhees.
Yeah,
So now you need a regular success results. So 5s and 6s.
I got a 6, a 3, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. So you have 1 success. You can use you can burn another card to re-roll the remaining 3. You know already that, like, out of character, you know that a 3 is not gonna. You need more than 3
Yeah,
to actually do some damage to these things.
Is it possible to have him shout out, "Hey," like everyone fire, like kind of an accuracy by volume, or
Since you are their leader, I would allow you to do that action. But then it would immediately go to their turn. Like, everybody's turn would be done on that.
okay,
But I would allow the leader of the squad to make that order, because that, I mean, a private's can't do that.
right?
I mean, they could suggest it, but like, it's really got to come from their leader.
Okay.
Okay, Cross.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna waste that card. I mean, because we already had like 2 successes, and it didn't do no damage at all. So
Well, you already had 3 successes, and it didn't do any damage. Now you're gonna hang on to your cards then. So the shot misses. You are in cover.
yeah, I'm gonna hang on to the card for now.
Okay, so you take a shot, and maybe you were so focused on your fear you tried overcoming, but you're so preoccupied with the strangeness of everything you've experienced, and your shot misses. And now, since everybody's gone, it's gonna go to their turn. One steps forward and howls, just guttural, instinctual, monstrous howl. Now this is kind of like an area effect sort of thing. It's like a code that kind of blasts towards you all. The target number is your smarts. So I'm going to use the lowest number for smarts. So let's look at, the only persons I can't see is John's. What's your smarts?
2.
2. Okay.
Then I'm dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
2 in smarts. He has just been like, how did this guy get promoted to corporal? All right.
We've been failing upwards since day one.
Just failing upwards. All right. Private Vex has a smarts of 3. Cross has a smarts of 3, and Sergeant has a smarts of 2. All right. So the target number is going to be 2. Now you have pretty much everybody except the corporal is in cover, because he used his action to lay down suppressive fire. Alright, so this is going to be, let's see, strange one. Alright, so I got 4 dice. I'm going to spend a card to add another dice, so I have 5 dice. I need 6s to hit. Let me see, I also have my brawn. That's 4. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more dice, 3 more dice from my brawn. I need 6s. I have 4 successes. I'm going to use a point in brawn to re-roll the others.
Damn. Have to. It's alright.
Have to. So I have 4 successes. This blast, this bellowing, bestial wind just blasts towards the group, and everybody will take a -2 to your rolls. So now, and actually that's, it increases the target number. So you need more successes now. So it doesn't affect this what number you need to roll, but it does change the number of success. Like target number has gone up by 2.
All right, so we've had 3 successes then.
So now you
And it's
need.
gone up to 2, so we still don't know the magic number.
So you don't know the magic number, but now you need 5. You need at least 5 because you know that 3 didn't cut it.
Yeah.
And now it's gone up by 2, so now it's at least 5. The other one steps forward and belches. Just the grossest, gnarliest belch.
He's just like me, for real.
And spews a gas towards the group. Again, it's 4. I'm gonna hang on to my dice. I'm gonna hang on to my cards. I'm going to add 3 from my brawn and reserve 1. This one is targeting Monroe. I'm sorry, Sergeant. I'm sorry.
That's
this one is
Corporal McDowell to you, sir.
This attack is focused on Corporal McDowell. I need 5s and 6s. All right, I have 3 successes. I'm going to use my last point of brawn to re-roll. I have 6 successes.
Jesus.
I think McDowell's dead.
You're going to take just this stench overwhelms you. Smell of death like you've only encountered on the battlefield, just spewed from this creature's, you can't even say mouth, this orifice that where its mouth used to be. You are going to take I'm sorry, what is your guts? This isn't based on your brawn. I'm pretty sure it's 3. So I'm pretty sure I hit. I'm going to, since I have
my guts is 4.
Guts 4, okay. So I do hit the target number, gives me 2 extra dice to play with. So this is the benefit of spending extra dice, spending your cards to get extra dice. With my extra dice, I can add.
Oh wait, no, I took a damage last time we played, so I'm down to 3.
Oh, and you didn't heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's target number 3. Okay, great. All right, I'm going to spend 2 dice to beef the damage up. Overwhelming noxiousness is going to be 2 physical damage as you feel sickened by this blast. And then I'm going to spend my last remaining dice to make that a spray, meaning I get to add 1 extra target. I think the extra target is going to be Private Cross.
Yay.
Time. It's getting picked on enough.
You're going to take 1 damage as you are on the peripheral of this cone.
It's physical damage.
1 brawn, yes.
1 brawn, gotcha.
1 brawn. And let's see. I think Private Cross should go next. So you've just been hit by this gash that's just kind of billowed from this thing's mouth and just cascaded towards you on the street of this ruined city of, village of Sedan. The objective point of the mission. You need to find medical supplies here. You've just been hit by this blast. You've just seen Corporal McDowell, the second in command of your little troop, has been just enveloped by this green noxious gas. You know you need to act now. Do something. What do you do?
I'm actually going to run up, and I think I'm actually going to want to cause a distraction somehow. I want to bring attention to me. I want to give McDowell a chance, well, Corporal McDowell a chance to get out of there. But he took a heavy hit. So,
You do care.
When he said I'm gonna run, I thought he meant like I was gonna run away.
Oh no!
Screw
No,
all
so I'm
y'all.
actually gonna run up. I want to cause a distraction. Like I said, I'm not gonna. I want to gain their attention because I want to give them even that means I've got to push my corporate Medalla out the way. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna run up and I'm gonna shove them to the side and tell them get to cover where the other guys are at. Just to give him a chance to get out of there because he took a heavy hit. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna use my action to get him up out of there.
Okay.
So are you
yeah.
going to push him out of the way and stay out of cover, or are you going to drag him to cover?
Yeah.
I think that makes a big difference in
Can I?
this
I was
scenario.
saying, can I drag him to cover? Because like I said, I didn't want to use 2 actions. I don't want to. But if I can drag him to cover, I will.
Yeah, you can run up to Corporal McDowell. You run into the gas and you grab a hold of Corporal McDowell, and you and he just you muscle both of you guys into an alcove and take cover.
Yeah, I do that then. Yeah.
Okay. Who goes next?
I have a question for you as the DM.
Sure.
Is it an action to put my gas mask on?
You can spend your action to put your gas mask on. You'll be, and we'll just say you are immune to the gas.
And I'm gonna give it to Sergeant Voorhees. I'm gonna let him go.
Okay. So, so Private
Sergeant
Vex.
Voorhees, you've just seen Private Cross run forward. He's just seen this gas envelop Corporal McDowell. He grabs him, and you can barely make out his silhouette in the dense gas, and yanks him off to the side somewhere.
Okay. So Private Vex. I know you want to put your gas mask on, like out of character. I know you want to probably spend your action to put your gas mask on, but would
If
it
it
be
costs an action, I don't think I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
You can you can forgo your move. I'll say, because there isn't anything like this built into the system. So what I'll say is you can forgo your move to get your gas mask on. I think that makes more sense than an action.
Okay. So how about this then? We can spend our regular turn actions to both open fire on the creature. Between the two of us, hopefully we can get at least 5 successes, maybe 6, and land a hit.
Okay.
I'm going to throw everything in the kitchen sink into it, so hopefully you don't have that much to pick up. And then we can forego our actual movement because we're still behind cover to don our gas mask just in case. Does that make sense?
I know we have it, so I'm like, if they're shooting gas at us, we might as well see if we can get it on time.
Right.
Okay. So, in character, give us a taste of what that Sergeant Voorhees would do and say.
So, recognizing that it's clearly like a gas attack in some unnatural form, he's going to remember, okay, we have gas masks, but his immediate gut reaction is just pure anger towards the fact that, again, his troops, his second in command, Corporal McDowell, has just been full force in the brunt of it. And he's going to turn to Private Vex and say, light these fuckers up.
Okay. All right. So since you're gonna bring in this tag team this, that sounds good. We can go ahead and do that. So you're still gonna use you're gonna add just go ahead and you do a normal shot. You still need 5s and 6s to hit.
Okay.
Do I roll as well?
You'll roll as well. So you're both gonna roll individually, and then we can combine it.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll all 4 of my dice.
Okay.
And then I'll spend a card to re-roll.
Spending a card to re-roll. Okay. You don't want to spend any cards to add more dice.
You
have 4 cards.
Yeah, I'll actually. Yeah, I'll spend a card to add a dice.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 5 dice and have 3 cards left over, and go ahead and roll that. And then, Private Vex, you've just been given this order by your superior. You're gonna light them up. How does he respond?
All right, so I have a 4 in guts and a 1 in ranged. So that gives me. What should I roll? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? 4 and save 1? Should I roll them all and use a card if I need to? I have 2 cards left though.
Since you only have 2, I would save the card, and so you have a total of 4 dice, correct? Because you have
I have 4 guts and 1 in ranged. So
right. So you could roll 3 and have 1 for a reroll.
You do have cards.
So should I save that card though?
So
I think it just depends.
So between my 5 dice and your 3, if we can get a 5 out of that, then you can re-roll just for shits and giggles and see, hey, can we get an additional success and possibly deal even more damage.
Now you just gave this order to Private Vex, right? You didn't like shout it out like unleash hell. No. Okay.
I just told this to Vex because Private Cross is doing the good thing and dragging McDowell out of there, and hopefully they can either like patch each other up, don their gas masks, do whatever they need to do. Obviously, they're going to hear the shots and know we're still trying to engage them. So this is also like, while we're trying to deal damage, hopefully that gives them the opportunity to like rejoin the group or do whatever they need to do.
Okay. Go ahead and individually roll your dice then.
I have a 5, a 6, and a 1.
5, a 6, and a 4. Okay.
No, 1. I gotta get 5, a 6, and a 1.
5, 6,
Okay. So I've got a 6, a 5, and another 5. And then a 2 and a 2.
Ooh. And you were going to spend a card to reroll?
I discarded a card to add a dice.
Okay.
So
that we have, what, 6 total?
So right now
us
you
two?
have 6 total.
For our 2 rolls, and that's a total of 9 because they already had 3 on the other one. Now, I think we're good with this one. I don't think we need more than 9 successes to take
Which one are you trying to target?
the one that's already has 3, right? The one that already has 3 damage, or should we target the other one and try to re-roll to get that one out since he's fresh?
I don't think anyone's taken 3 damage.
yeah, so I know I landed a hit, but that didn't do anything.
Yeah, it didn't.
Well, I'm talking about like that counts towards the successes, right? We had 3 total successes against that one monster.
No, it's like a volley of shots, and so right now you have 5 successes.
Okay.
The more successes are better because you can use weapon abilities if you have extra successes.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll mine then. Use my last point to re-roll one of them.
Okay. What'd you get?
5.
A 5. Okay. So now you have 6 successes. So you do hit the target. You're probably aiming for the closest one.
Yeah.
And so the way this works is you each are going to get do 2 damage. Now you have, so that's 2 damage, and you needed a total of 5. Okay, so you have 1 dice left. So unfortunately, having that 1 extra dice is not enough to trigger any weapon abilities. You needed at least 3 additional successes to trigger any additional abilities. If only maybe Sergeant Voorhees had re-rolled those dice. But he used his action and your action to do a volley, and he's done 2 damage to the closest one. So he takes a hit. Go ahead and describe how that shot does how that shot affects this thing.
So we both dealt 2 damage, or is it 2 damage total?
2 damage total. It's just a volley of shots.
Okay. So I guess we raise our rifles over this small brick surface in front of us, and as quickly as we can, let off all 5 rounds that are in each of our magazines, just aiming at the mass in front of us, trying to deal as much damage as possible, and landing only a couple of actual hits, but none of it seems to have that much of an effect in slowing it down.
This thing has definitely you can see the silhouette in through the fog. It's now beginning to dissipate. It and it falls back a little bit, and it stands back up. Who is going to go next?
I would say Corporal McDowell.
All right.
Corporal McDowell, you hear gunshots ring out, and this is just after you've been enveloped by this sickening fog. You've taken some damage, just with this sick, grotesque stench fog, and then you had Private Cross rush up from out of nowhere, yanks you into cover. You know you need to act. You heard some shots, a series of shots go off from somewhere behind where Sergeant Voorhees and Private Vex were. You've seen the one closest to you, the enemy closest to you, reel with by getting shot. How do you react?
So seeing that it's been shot and didn't really do a whole lot effect-wise, I'm kind of like, I'm wiping the tears and snot from my face as I'm kind of like mentally recovering from that miasma. And then once I clear my vision, I look around my environment to see if there's anything that I can use to improvise, because we need to hit something. We need to do the American thing and improvise and adapt. So,
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so let's get that mask on so I'm not breathing in any more noxious fumes.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm gonna look to Private Cross. I'm gonna tell him, listen, thank you for saving me. I'm very grateful. We need to return fire with everything we've got.
Gladly.
Alright, so raising my rifle, I'm going to take aim, and we are aiming for the face, man. Having the facade of an adventure shorn from my mind as this has been an intensely trying experience. This is more now an obstacle. This is something to get through so we can see the other side and appreciate how much more I will definitely appreciate the rest of my life knowing that I won't be currently doing this when it's over.
All right. So now you have 1 dice in the pool, and you've given Isaiah Cross the order to shoot out of turn, so you burnt a card. Cross, what's your dice pool looking like? Let's see.
All right, so I got one from Madal, right?
No. McDowell is gonna roll his own dice.
Okay.
You're gonna roll your own pool. You are trained in range, and you have guts of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you take guts damage too?
No, I didn't take no guts damage. I took a brawn.
Okay.
Alright, so I just roll the 1 die?
You're just gonna roll 1 dice. And then Cross is gonna roll however much he's got.
All right.
All right. I will. Since I got 3, so I'm trained in 1. If I were to use 2 of my guts, would that add 2 more dice, right?
Yes.
And then if I were to spin a card, I'll add a 4th dice, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna add a card to that then.
Okay. So you're gonna roll 3 dice total or 4?
It'll be 4.
4 dice total. Okay.
All right. So I rolled a 5.
That's a success.
Now, would that leave me with 1 guts? That'd be like, so I will be able to re-roll one of them, right?
You would be able to re-roll.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna roll 4 dice and have 1 guts left over to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5, 3, 3, and a 2.
Okay, and you're gonna spend your last remaining point of guts to re-roll those 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. All right. 2, 1, 1.
That's never something fun to hear.
Yeah.
Oh man, we are just slumming it today.
Describe your kill.
Yeah. It's bad.
Go ahead and describe your kill, Private Cross.
I didn't hear you say what.
Go ahead and describe your kill.
Oh, okay. Oh.
He didn't have much left in him, so luckily you at least got 1.
Well, yeah. I pull up my gun. I'm in a panic. And I just unleash a shot without. I'm aiming, but I'm also like trembling at the same time. The bullet comes out, and just by a stream of luck, the bullet just hit the thing in the head.
You see
right
its
now,
head-
Cross is terrified.
You see its head knock back, and it just falls against the ground. Going into the enemy's turn, the last remaining one comes around the ruins that you're standing behind, and is still about maybe 20 feet away. And again, this one, because the other one was the one that belched, this one unleashes its belch, and this massive gas wave pours over both you and Corporal McDowell. Corporal McDowell has his gas mask on. You do not.
No.
So, what is your guts?
3.
3. Okay. So it has 4 dice. It's gonna spend. It's gonna spend 3 of its brawn and hold 1 for reroll. Need 5s and 6s.
Can this thing have our luck for once? Let's trade.
All right, I'm gonna need a reroll. Unfortunately, the belch kind of gets caught in its own throat. And now I have to do a test, or it'll affect me. So using the same dice pool, oh no, not the same dice pool, smarts. Okay, so it's 5. And, okay, so I need...
He pulls a roll of Tums out of his pocket.
The tentacle comes up and into the bottle and slurps it out.
You just see it slide up the weird tube. Ugh.
And he pulls out a bottle of Pepto.
Oh,
I will need to
You hear a
reroll.
Pepto commercial start coming up out of nowhere.
Okay.
Upset sounding diarrhea.
It's gurgly. It's instead of a belch, it makes gurgling sounds as though it's trying to. But I succeed. It's called a blowback.
Oh.
That reminds me of the SpongeBob episode where he's blowing bubbles and he blows the bubbles like, oh no, blowback.
Oh, me.
Oh no, that wasn't SpongeBob. That was Ralph from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That was the movie
Oh, no.
when they had the dome.
Yeah.
I wish they'd make another movie like that.
Bro, that movie was so good.
Okay, so no damage inflicted on it. I'm going to give this next turn, to Sergeant Voorhees.
Okay. So, after seeing a shot land on the first one and it getting domed in the head, I realized, okay, these things can be killed. So it's not an impossible task. That illusion has been shattered. So I know we can still hurt this thing. It's still completely unnatural, but I'm also taken out of the moment as I see its companion turn and try to perform that same gas attack towards Corporal McDowell and Private Cross, and in this, again, I'm overcome with just like this, no, I can't let this happen emotion. So, kind of like that famous scene from Tombstone, I'm going to leave cover, walk out into the open, just going, no, no, and I'm like reloading my rifle. I take aim, and I just shout, no, and try to hit this other one square in the head.
Okay. So what's your dice pool going to look like?
So, everything I can spare. So I have, yes, everything I can spare. Because I have not been living up to my leadership role up to this point.
All right, Sergeant. You are trained in range. You have 4 points in guts. You're going to spend it all, so that's 4. You have 3 cards remaining.
Yep. So I'm going to spend a card for an additional dice.
Okay.
Oh, there's my thing. And if I need to, I'm going to spend another card to reroll. I have to make this count.
Okay, so what's your dice pool? 6? 6 dice?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, dude. Okay, so I've got a 6, a 5, another 5, and 2 1s.
Okay.
Sorry, they were very janky.
So I'm counting 4 successes so far.
Yeah, I'm going to spend yet another card to reroll.
All right.
Got a runner, but it's
And a runner.
yeah. It left my my dice tray, but I've got 2 5s.
2 5s, nice. Okay. All right, so you do hit it. You do 2 damage.
Yep.
And you do not have enough remaining dice to trigger any kind of weapon abilities like aim or critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
That would require 1 more additional hit. So you would need a total of 4. You would need 7 successful hits. But you do hit it. You do 2 damage. Go ahead and describe as you're walking forward. No, no, no. Raising your rifle and firing. Go ahead and.
So as I'm walking towards this thing, I get a really good look at it, how just deformed and rapid this thing is. And my shot's not perfect, but I managed to hit it in a portion of its temple, and I see the impact, and I see its head get rocked to the side. And I'm honestly surprised it didn't go down, because in any other situation, every other time I've seen a man get hit there throughout this entire ordeal, throughout the entire war, that's fatal.
Yeah.
And again, it's just this is so not right. I don't even know how to describe this.
That's right. who is going to act next?
Ooh, give it to me.
Okay.
Corporal wants it, apparently.
Yeah, I'll give it to the corporal.
All right.
Okay. Corporal, you've just seen this thing in front of you. It belched. It attempted to, do something, and ended up making gurgling sounds at you. And then its head gets rocked back by a bullet, but it's still standing. What do you do?
This thing is weak. I've seen them die before, and now that I see that it's failed. It has failed in its attack. It's been rocked in the head. I know this is my time. This is the only opportunity we get. I'm not a gun person, but you know what I am? I've been training in good old Golden Glove boxing for a long ass time, and so we're calling back on that old training since before I joined the military, and we're gonna throw everything I've got at it. I have 4 brawn. I am trained in melee. Let's rock his world.
So that's 5 dice total.
Yes, sir. And so
He's getting
I'm
corruption
gonna.
damage. He's getting corruption damage.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna roll 4 die and keep 1 to re-roll. Come on, baby, help me out.
He's getting corruption damage.
I'm
He's like 2 of it right now. He forgot about it.
Hold on. I'm gonna expend
does have a
that
gas
point
mask.
to re-roll.
I don't think that helps.
You're gonna expend what?
I'm gonna expend that die to re-roll.
Okay.
Yes! I got a 5 and a 6.
Okay. You only got 2 successes out of the 5 dice.
Yes. I got a
You
2 and
do.
a 4, but
Okay, go ahead and describe your fisticuffs.
alright.
How
So
is it like that you would box like this?
We can't see your camera, buddy.
You can't see me?
No.
I can't.
Oh, okay.
You and Charles have been gone this whole time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't see you either.
I can't see nobody.
Huh. All right,
So
so roll 20 sucks. All right. This episode brought to you by Roll 20. Always quality.
Get in it. Alright. So
Do the do.
Corporal McDowell, he sprints up, right? And then to the point of engagement, he slides into place, kicking up dirt from his heels, and then he takes that position like it's second nature, right? He kind of throws out a volley, and those 2 punches seem to kind of do nothing. They're just 2 straight punches to the chest, and obviously they're not doing much, right? But then he mixes it up. He feints right, and comes back with that right hook, and then 1 solid uppercut to the face, where he knows there's no jaw, but he's punching that gullet where he saw that burp come out of. Hopefully it
Grab the
doesn't.
tentacle. Just grabbed the tentacle and yanked.
You do 1 damage to it.
Oh.
I'm gonna flip over the top card of this deck, and if it's a black card, you're going to take a point of corruption.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
I'm a gamer,
Oh,
man.
thank God.
Yeah! It's all hard up in here.
It's the first time that's happened, and he hasn't taken corruption.
Based on the suit, what is it that draws you in and gives you strength and focus based on the suit of hearts?
It is my relationship with my men. It is my devotion to get them out of here, to be the leader that I was meant to be. Even though I've been failing upward at this point, I'm trying to take charge and be the leader that I know I have to be. So it is for the platonic love I have for my men and getting them out of here. I'm taking this thing's attention off of them so that they can do the work they need to. And the only way I know how, by asserting my physical dominance over it, which is probably not going to work out.
By throwing down your gun and just beating the shit out of it.
Assert
Exactly.
physical
Only-
dominance.
The fact that you said only platonic makes me sad. All right.
I thought we had something going here, man.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know what? After this is over, we get in the barracks. You know, we're overseas from home. Doesn't count.
I'm just saying the damage has been done. Okay.
All right.
Don't be afraid to kiss your battle buddies goodnight. That's all I'm saying.
One good night kiss for the homies before we go off to sleep.
Corporal McDowell, who goes next?
All right, that's gonna be my buddy Private Cross. We're bringing him back to the light. Come on, man.
Private Cross, you've just seen the now mask donned. The gas mask has been donned on Corporal McDowell, and he's dropped his rifle and charged at this thing and gave it some boxing maneuvers and knocked at its chin. It's still standing. It seems to be just wavering in place a little bit, maybe stunned by that uppercut. What do you
Give
do?
him the finishing move.
Oh yeah,
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh, big twist.
Twist his dick.
Twist his. I'm leaving that in there, but that's funny. Oh, the things kids say these days. All right, you're gonna run up and twist his dick.
No. No.
Tentacle, not just the old over-under tentacle dick.
Oh, I am not sorry, internet.
Okay.
Well, what I am gonna do, I'm gonna yell at McDowell, tell him because I don't know, because he might still be in front of it. So I'm gonna yell him get down, because I'm gonna take him on here, take a shot.
Well, you can maneuver yourself so that he's not in the line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move over to the side to where I can get a side view of him. And I'm
Critical
still gonna
fail
take
in
a
the
shot.
roll when he shoots McDowell in the ass cheek.
My ass.
So I'm gonna roll 3 dice so I can have 1 left over.
You're like the
All
beginning of Bad Boys 2. He's doing a drop shot and hits his buddy in the ass.
It happens, man. I get it.
A 6, a 4, and a 2.
6, a 4, and a 2.
And I'm gonna re-roll the other 2.
All right.
A 5 and a 2.
5
Yes.
and 2. 2
Take
successes.
that. Take those.
Describe your kill.
Get another one.
Yeah.
Cross didn't work today.
So I run over. After just seeing McDowell just land this vicious uppercut, I aim right at the neck. As soon as he lands that shot,
Right as
I aim. No.
No.
Yeah, so I'm aiming pretty much right for the neck area. So as soon as McDowell lands that shot, a bullet goes straight through, well, what seems to be a neck, probably just tentacles, goes straight across.
And there's a big wide hole where neck should be.
And his head
This thing
flies
just
off.
flies maybe 5 or 10 feet and lands on its side, unmoving. And suddenly, that German number station, that radio signal that you've been hearing this whole time, cuts away. And you're just left with the silence of the ruined village of Sedan. I'm going to give you your reward for killing both of those things, because you got the killing blow on both of them. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to draw 3 cards. You choose 1 to keep and 1 to give to another member of your team. So here's 3 cards here.
That was useless, that whole fight. I don't think I got to roll a single dice besides the volley that I was told to do. I had no choice to do anything.
Well, do better then next time.
That was nothing but comment.
Get good, son. I'm sorry.
That was nothing but commentary this whole time. This whole session, just Cody's commentary.
I appreciate your commentary. It's very colorful.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right. Yes. So, Private Cross. Which you just tell me which one you're gonna keep, which one you're gonna give to whoever, and I'll let you drag it down over to. I think I can draw. No, okay. I think I have to give it to.
Trade it, right?
Okay, so the one I want to keep, can I drag it to me, or do you got to do that?
Let me see. Okay, won't let me do that. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you another set of cards. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you your full reward. So you're actually going to get 3 more cards. 1, 2, and 3. So 2 of those cards need to go to other players, and then 2 other cards go to back into the journey.
All right. So, like with this one, do I just drag it to the player I want to give it to?
Yeah. So you're gonna click on the card and then just drag it over to the player onto the player's screen.
You do care.
I'm a background character, so.
And with this one, I need to do one more to another different character, right? Or do I?
Yes. It would go. One of them, another one card goes to another player.
Gotcha. All right.
And then you should have 2 cards. How many cards did you have originally?
I only had 1.
Okay. So you should have 2. Did I not give you enough cards? I gave you 6 cards, right?
Yeah, I had 6. Yeah.
No, you should have 7. You should have had 1 extra one. So I'm going to give you 1 extra one.
Okay.
Okay. Now discard 2 of those cards.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. The battle ends. We cut to the men of the 7th Division slowly moving towards to investigate the corpses. A light rain begins to fall and a mist. Who's going to keep watch as you're investigating these corpses? Sergeant Voorhees.
I'm gonna say Corporal. You keep watch.
Now, keep in mind, I am trained in investigation. This is like one of those few things I'm good at.
Okay, who all here aside from me is trained in marksman?
I've got marksman. Well,
And I got a marksman as well.
I got range, so I guess marksman.
Yeah. Okay, so in that case, Private Cross, you've been landing your shots very well, obviously. So I'm gonna say you go ahead and keep watch. Private Vex, come up and investigate, and Corporal, you perform like search them or do whatever it is you want to do.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. Okay? Let's just roll to investigate. So that's a guts thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. I believe it's guts. Yes.
Yes, you're correct.
All right. So, shit. I probably got the 1 point. So I guess I'll have.
But you are trained in it, so you have so you have 1 dice, and then you have 1 point in guts. You can roll potentially 2 dice.
Okay. I will go ahead and just roll
before he rolls.
the 2 dice. Sorry.
Before he rolls, is it possible for me to assist him in that? Like me and him look at it, and that therefore it's easier for him to succeed.
Sure, absolutely. We can do. Plus, you're doing your assist. Just describe how you're assisting, and we'll give him a +1 to his roll, so he can hit on 4s through 6.
Right. So as he's basically he's the one kneeling down the closest. I'm kind of standing over him, also just assessing these creatures. I'm using like the barrel of my gun to like move their arms to the side and to kind of like expose their bodies a little bit more from the way they fell, and just trying to study everything that I see. Like, what the hell are you?
All right. So we're rolling 2. Okay, I'm going to expend a card to re-roll one of those.
All right. So based on the card suit, you're looking at this thing. Its eyes don't even look human, insectoid, more like, with compoundedness in it. And there's multiple of them, more than there should be. There's no nose, just shape of a face and monstrous roots. Maybe they look like tentacles, but they look like roots just growing out of this thing's face. So you rolled 2 successes?
I rolled 2 5s.
2 5s. And based on the suit, tell me what's happening in your mind.
I'm thinking about all the things that I'm seeing. And I'm thinking, good God, what could possibly have turned such a thing from a man into this? But no matter its intent, no matter what driving force behind this, I'll never forget that we beat this. I beat this.
Oh yeah. No. Now you're really close to this thing now.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna make you do it. I'm not gonna draw for corruption because I already tested your corruption. So we'll forgo that. Who's keeping guard again?
That would be
me.
Yes.
Okay, so just Private Cross. The rain begins to hit harder and fall more frequent. It's not a severe downpour, but it's definitely more than just a mist now. It's cold rain. It's so cold that like even in this very cool environment, it's colder than the earth, and its steam is beginning to rise. A mist. In the distance ahead of you, Private Cross, you see the silhouette excuse me. You see the silhouette of 4 cloaked figures ahead of your group, shambling towards your current location. The rain is falling, and the mist obscures most of your vision. The details you can make out is that their faces look eerily avian, beak-like. We cut to black.